السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. أما بعد. Today inshaAllah ta'ala we will speak about the issue or about an issue which there has been a lot of speech about it in the last few days or weeks, and there have been doubts spread on this issue. So inshallah ta'ala here we will respond to all of the doubts that people have been citing on this issue, and I will also inshallah ta'ala below send it in a text form for a quick easy way to go back. And for those who are watching it on the YouTube, I will put it in the pinned comment inshallah ta'ala. طيب. So recently, and first we'll speak about the background of this. Recently some made the claim that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not touch the throne. طيب. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not touch the throne. This is the claim. طيب. And this claim, subhanAllah, has been spread by some who ascribe to the way of the Salaf and who claim that they are in the way of the Salaf and teach the books of the Salaf and so. Wallah musta'an. طيب. I won't say any names now. And we will clarify inshallah ta'ala the doubts that those people have spread and the proofs that they gave. Now, the first thing is that they used as a proof that the Salaf said مستوٍ على عرشه بائن من خلقه. So they said this means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is on his throne separate from the creation. طيب. So the claim is that it means not touching. بائن means not touching. We say وبالله التوفيق, this is not correct. البينونة يعني being separate means that it doesn't mix, يعني that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not mix with his creations like the heavens and the earth and what is between them and so, which is the opposite of what the حلولية say. ونعوذ بالله من ذلك. طيب. So this refers to not mixing, not touching, as those people claimed. So a thing can be a ba'in while it is still touching, like your hand on a table is not mixed with the table. Subhanallah. So, and now we'll mention inshallah ta'ala some of the words of some of the senior scholars of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah on this issue. The first, Al-Imam Abdul Latif ibn Hassan al-Shaykh rahimahullah ta'ala said in Ad-Durr Saniyya fil Ajwab al-Najdiyya, volume 4, page 289. As for the one who says he rose over the throne without touching it, we have already stated that the madhab of the Salaf and the scholars of Islam is to not go beyond what is in the Qur'an and the Sunnah. So here he means that we stop at the words that are in the Qur'an and the Sunnah and we don't go beyond them. He said, and the word al-mumassa is an invented term that none of the Salaf ever used. Invented term means, as he said, that none of the Salaf used it, right? So it was not known in the time of the Sahaba and so. He said, if someone uses it to deny what the text affirms, like istiwa or being above or so, then he is a deviant and an innovator. If he affirms that Allah is above, but says without masa, without that he touches, then he is still an innovator who speaks in ambiguous words. So this word should neither be denied nor affirmed. The obligation is to follow the revealed words and the expressions of the Salaf and avoid ambiguous language. This is the end of his quote, as we said, from Ad-Durr Saniyya, volume 3, page 289. Al-Imam al-Shaykh Sulaiman ibn Sahman rahimahullah ta'ala said in his book Tanbih Al-Thauri, تنبيه ذوي الألباب السليمة. He said in page number 4, statement from Al-Kawakib, page number 24, he's responding. He said, istiwa, free from touching or occupying space or in dwelling. So this is a statement of the book he is responding to. He said, this is a fabricated statement never said by the Salaf or these scholars. The correct creed is to stop where the texts stop. Yani don't go beyond the words that are used in the Qur'an and the Sunnah. And again, the term Al-Muwatta is not found in the Qur'an, Sunnah, or statements of the companions or Imams. Companions and Sahaba of the Prophet ﷺ, and the Imams, the Imams of the Salaf, the scholars of the Salaf, and those who followed them, like Shaykh Islam ibn Taymiyyah or so. He said, if someone claims it's their way, he means their way of that Allah doesn't touch. He said he must bring proof, otherwise he is innovating in Aqeedah. He said in the page after it, as for the statement, the madhab of the Salaf is that Allah is above throne in reality without al-mumassa, then this is attributing to the Salaf what they never said, unless you count kalam influence groups who falsely claim the label of following the Salaf, then their words carry no weight in this field. And he, rahmatullahi alayhi, was from the harshest against the people of the Kalam from the Ash'ara. And if you read his books like As-Sawa'iq al-Mursala al-Ashbiyya or Kashf al-Shubhatayn or so, this will be clear to you. So what is the correct view? As Shaykh Islam Taymiyyah rahimahullah ta'ala says in Bayan Talbis Jahmiyyah, volume 5, page 127, he says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is above the throne, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is above the throne is proven by massive proof and ijma', and even from from your intellect, that Allah is above the throne. And if you ask any atheist or so, even if it's an atheist who already goes against the fitrah and everything, tell you if there is a God, where would he be? He would tell you he would be above. And the Christians and the Jews and the Muslims and everyone, they agree that their God is above the throne. Subhanallah. Except the Jahmiyyah. And this is why some of the Salaf said, أجمعت اليهود والنصارى, the Jews and the Christians and the people of the groups and the people of the other beliefs, and so they all agreed, they all have consensus on that Allah is above the throne. And the Jahmiyyah came and said there is nothing on the throne, as it is in the book Khalq Af'al Ibad of Imam Al-Bukhari rahimahullah ta'ala. He said, so if someone says, this is going back to what Shaykh Islam Taymiyyah says in Bayan Talbis al-Jahmiyyah, does this mean Allah is touching the throne? Then we say, if it logically follows, it is no problem. There is nothing wrong in that. The idea that Allah cannot touch anything is false. We only deny contact in specific cases, like impure things, because of their inferiority, not because contact is impossible. Thus, either contact is a necessary implication, and that is fine, or it's not necessary, in which case the question collapses. In both cases, there is no need to change the sound correct belief. End quote. So here is basically saying that there's no problem to say that Allah can touch things. And Allah wrote the Torah by His hand. And Allah touched Adam, and He touched him when He created him with His two hands. And so as Allah said, قال يا إبليس ما منعك أن تسجد لما خلقت بيدي. Now we'll go to some of the doubts that that the other side brought. Number one, they said, but Ad-Darimi denied it. Here we say, no, Ad-Darimi rahmatullahi alayhi did not deny it. what Ad-Darimi did in, or what Ad-Darimi said in Naqd Uthman bin Sa'id, page 165, is that he refuted a Jahmi, the Jahmi Bishr al-Risi, who said that the throne is above the creation and Allah is on it and on everything else, but without being in contact, mixing, or being separate, without any space or without any space in between. So then the Jahmi said as well in the page before it, he said he is not ba'in, and he is not separate by separation, nor with a space between him and creation. So Ad-Darimi rahmatullahi alayhi, he said, you have lied and strayed. Rather, he is ba'in, he is separate from his creation above the throne, with a clear space in between, and the seven heavens are between him and the creation on earth. So this is the end quote. He was refuting the denial of that Allah is separate from the creation. He was not denying that Allah touches the throne. And the word al-hurja here means a gap, and not that there is no contact or so. So this is not proof against al-mumassa, that Allah touches, nor is it proof for it. Yani. This is the first thing. Then they say, but Hijzi denied it. We say yes, he did deny it when he said the people of truth believe Allah is above the throne in his essence without al-mumassa. And then he also said the Karramiyya and others who affirm mumassa are misguided. And quote. So we say this is not correct and it is not accepted, and he made a mistake in this. طيب. And as it is narrated by Al-Qadi in Riwayatain, where he said, our Shaykh Abu Abdullah, referring to Ibn Hamid, said al-istiwa means contact, and he means al-mumassa, and he is seated on his throne. This is on page 52, if I'm not mistaken. This is the tahqiq of Shaykh Abu Jannah. طيب. So now we have, and by the way, they lived at the same time. So now we have two scholars who disagreed. طيب. So this is clearly that one of them is correct and one is wrong. طيب. Or both of them are wrong, and this could be as well. But it cannot be that both of them are correct, because one said no and one said yes. You cannot say 1 + 1 is 2 at the same time, but also 1 + 1 is 12 at the same time, because it is either that or that. It cannot be the two things. This is like those who say the Jews and the Christians and the Muslims, they are all correct when the Jews and the Christians and the Muslims, each one takfirs the other. Just let's see their view on Jesus. The Christians see that he's God, and I'm referring to those people who say Jews and the Christians and the Muslims, they are all correct. طيب. Let's just see what they say on Jesus. The Jews say that he is the Antichrist and he is the worst, and the Christians say that he is God, or he's the Son of God, and we say that he is a prophet. It cannot be that he's all of the three at the same time. And it cannot be that he's a prophet and God and he is the worst. This cannot be. So either the Christians or the Jews or the people of Islam are correct, and of course the people of Islam are the ones that are correct. Now, so what do? We say now? We say we don't affirm or deny the word of al-mumassa. طيب. We don't say Allah touches, and we don't say that Allah does not touch, but rather we say Allah as the Salaf said that Allah is on the throne separate from His creation. طيب, and you mentioned يعني from بيان تلبيس الجهمية, الدر السنية, and تنبيه أو الباب, and so on, and you can go back to these books inshallah ta'ala, and عقد الإمام الدارمي, and so on. So here, this is wallahi just a piece of advice بإذن الله ta'ala to the akh who disagreed on this issue and who went against the view of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah on this. Barakallahu fikum, and I do hope يعني that you could for those who know the akh that I am speaking about, if they could يعني bring it to him, because I don't have contact with him. Inshallah ta'ala I will try, but يعني Allah musta'an, we will see inshallah ta'ala. Barakallahu fikum, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Wassalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.